Hi Libras, with a reading for the sign of Libra. This could resonate with anyone who has Libra in their sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign. This is going to be a freestyle reading, Libra. And so I'm going to be looking into your internal energy and then looking into the environment around you and then digging deeper into those energies. There will be an extended reading, and I don't know what that extended reading is going to be. We will find out as we dig into this energy. So again, this is a freestyle kind of reading, and it's something that's really fun for me to do. Okay, let's go ahead and get started now, Libra. Libra, internal energy, please. Internal energy of Libra. Internal energy of Libra. Right. The situation that is around Libra, the environment or the situation that is around Libra. Situation or the environment that is around Libra. One more energy. All right, let's see what we have here, Libra. Let's look at your energy first, and then we'll go into the environment around you. We have the Six of Pentacles, the Death energy, and the Five of Wands. Well, Libra, I think you are beginning to feel some stabilizing financially. It doesn't have to be financially, although for many of you, I think it will be. There's something here that's becoming more fair for you. Let's say it that way. It's becoming more fair for you. And the Six of Pentacles does bring in this energy that gives you some ability to use money and use your resources and use your energy in a way that is fulfilling multiple ways, right? It's fulfilling in a holistic way. It's not only taking care of one need or improving life in one way. It's improving life in a more holistic sense. So you could be seeing balancing now that's happening for you in a multitude of ways. Doesn't have to be extreme or radical, but you are moving from the 5 to the 6, which talks about a destabilizing energy moving into a more balanced place. So that's really good, a really good improvement for you, Libra, and I'm really happy to see that. Remember, that's an internal energy, so that's a stabilizing that you have within yourself. So whatever the environment is around you, you yourself are feeling much more stable internally. You could be keeping your moods in a more consistent way. You're getting a grip, getting a handle on maybe some fears and insecurities. If you've had the Five of Pentacles within you before, you could have had feelings of anxiety and stress that you were feeling within, and that the people around you really had no idea that you were feeling like that. You were being strong and courageous, and really working to overcome some sort of cracking of a foundation or something that's happened to you within your life with the Five of Pentacles that you really, if this is an internal energy, you might not have really been expressing this to your friends and family. You might have been working to overcome this yourself. This is hard when we do this. And then we have this Death energy. So I think that there is a new beginning here. It has been difficult to find this new beginning. You've really had to sacrifice a part of yourself, or you've really had to let something come to a complete end. Maybe an old dream you had to come to a complete end, or a type of lifestyle you had to come to a complete end. A type of work that you did came to a complete end. There is this phrase, complete end, coming out here. But if you look at this energy, the sun now is shining on this new version that we have here. We see that this person is different now. there is a change that's coming in here from whatever has occurred. There is a new, fresh beginning. And it's not always the most pleasant situation when we go through the death energy, but it does bring a new healing to a situation. It could be surprising. It could be an ending that you didn't really expect, or it could be something beautiful coming from an ending that you didn't expect. We do have light coming in here and warming up the situation. So there could be something happening here that you might not have expected. And it's giving you an opportunity to look at the situation in a different way, perhaps. We do have the Five of Wands here, and the Five of Wands talks about situation that you could be feeling. And here's that 5 energy that I was talking about. Now it's a Wands energy. So look at this person up in the tree with the wolves around her. She's kind of trapped up in this tree. So you could have really been in a situation that you might not have known how you were going to get out of here with the 5 of Cups. And whatever's happened now, you're being required to make some changes in the way you feel about something, or the way you open up to a new idea, or the way that you open up to taking action in a new way. Something that possibly you've been holding back on, or refusing to step into, because remember, what's after the 5 of Wands is the 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands is stepping into a more empowered version of yourself. It's stepping into a new position, maybe a new job, maybe a new relationship, or maybe you're saying, you know what? I think I can do this. I've really felt that I've been given hints that I needed to do this in the past, but I really, at that time, didn't really feel like I was up for it, or that I had the strength for it, or I had the capacity for it in the past. And now I realize that I have really come a long ways. I have learned a lot. I have went through many different experiences, and I've gone through training perhaps. And now I feel like I can really step into this, whatever this is. And so you're being pushed now, Libra, to step into something that you have been holding back at, because of whether you have felt like you weren't enough, or whether there was actually a situation that was keeping you from doing it. It looks like you are stepping in now to something and about ready to put on that new hat, or step onto that platform, or climb onto that horse, or rise above the crowd, or step forward to receive something that's going to propel you forward. So you're on the brink now of doing something, but you're kind of having to move through this 5 energy here, this competition or this conflict. And this is stepping into the fear and the consequences of taking action. Remember, the Wands energy is a taking action kind of energy. So you could be feeling like you can't really take action because of some sort of fear of consequences of taking it. But when we're moving through this energy, you are trying to find a way now and creating a plan for how to step into this new situation for yourself and rise above the crowd and become this much more empowered version, is what I see here. All right, let's look to see now what's in your environment that's around you. Well, we have the Knight of Wands. Wow. We have the 5 of Cups, more 5 energies. We have the King of Swords. We have the Hermit energy. And we have the Knight of Swords. There you are, Libra, all the sword energy here. And you're taking action, you're making decisions. Well, we have a Knight of Wands, so there could be a situation that's really exciting around you. The Knight of Wands energy is an energy that pushes you forward into something. Whether you're the Knight of Wands or somebody else is the Knight of Wands, this is in your outer environment. I think there could be a person or a situation around you that's really pushing you into something, pushing you in a way that you might feel is too fast, Libra. It's too fast. It's creating pressure. It's making you feel uncomfortable. It's really rocking you. It's rocking you off of your foundation. It's not something you had planned for. It's not something that you had written down and decided and made your lists and budgeted for and created assets for. And it's something that's coming in very quickly. It's rocking your boat. It's passionate. It's exciting. It can create all kinds of energy within you. Could be conflict within you. Five of Cups here connected to the Knight of Wands. There could be something here that you are hesitating with because of something that's happened in the past that hurt you emotionally, that hurt your heart, that created emotional wounding within you. So you're dealing here again, Libra, this situation that's here could be forcing some sort of energy. Aquarius had this same dynamic too. So this could be an air quality now, Libra, where it's kind of forcing some old energy from within you, old memories, old hurts, old woundings that you have within you. It could be this situation is forcing those to be confronted. You can no longer deny that you have something here that from your past, or something here that you have emotional trauma from, that needs to be processed. So whatever it is, it's affecting you twofold here. It's something that is an opportunity for you to step into, and it's something that helps to clear the energy way. That's old energy that's keeping you perhaps from moving forward into a new awareness of self, or into a new version of self here. So it's something actually quite beautiful that's happening, although it might feel very stressful, very anxiety inducing here. We do have the King of Swords. I mean, that has to be you. I see you taking action now and making really important decisions about whatever this passionate opportunity is, or a person coming in here with, very passionately introducing himself or herself and wanting a certain kind of relationship with you, perhaps very passionate, very sensual, perhaps. Whether it is a romantic situation or not, I do feel like it's fast. It's coming in quickly. And we know sometimes when energies come in so passionately, so quickly like that, they can leave just as quickly. And so I think here with the King of Swords, I think you're trying to really determine the big picture here and make good decisions for yourself, Libra. We do have the Knight of Swords with the Hermit, the King of Swords. So you're very strong in your natural talents and your natural capacities, Libra. I don't see any indication that you're not going to be able to think your way through this, to find balance with this. I think that you're able to, with all your wisdom of the past in the next couple of weeks, really come forward and live through this experience in a very enlightened way. So you're stepping forward into this energy in a very wise way, Libra. This is why you're Libra. Here you have the Hermit energy, very much similar to Libra energy, to the Justice energy. You're able to really see the big picture of this and make powerful decisions that are fair, that are just. Remember, the King of Swords is very passionate about injustice and creating fair situations and making very careful decisions that will bring win-win energy to both dynamics here. So I think that you're not tearing the situation down, you're building the situation up, but you're doing it in such a beautifully wise way, Libra. We do have the Knight of Swords here. You're communicating, you're making decisions, you're moving forward, you're countering this energy with the same strength. Look at these two energies. You're countering it with the same strength. For all the passion that's here, you have this intelligence, you have this clarity, you have this way of communicating, the way of expressing your own ideas. Where there's powerful passion and energy here, there is just as much power in the way that you communicate, in the way that you think and form your ideas around this, as there is in energy and action. So you're really, the strengths are equal. The power in this situation of these two energies that are working together, that are coming together in a very important way. They're able to be, they're well matched. They're well matched. So let's dig deeper now. I think that, Libra, I want to dig deeper into this environment and into this situation. So I'm going to focus on this environment and on this situation. And then in the extended, we will dig deeper into what's happening here. We'll look at intentions. We'll look at the reasons why. We'll dig into, because from my perspective, there are feelings, there are emotions, and then there's intentions, right? So in the extended, I think we're going to dig into the intentions and what else. I might add more to it. My extendeds go for quite some time, so who knows what's going to be in there. But I think what I'm going to be digging into is this situation that's around you, this Knight of Wands that's around you. I want to dig into the Hermit energy. I want to dig into this Knight of Swords and this King of Swords. So I feel like this is a big energy. So I'm going to spend a lot of time with this Knight of Wands to see what's here, because I feel like there's a person here, or it could even be a job opportunity here too. So let's dig into this. Let's start with this Knight of Wands and spend some time now. Knight of Wands energy. Tell me more about this Knight of Wands energy. Knight of Wands energy. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is here. Page of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. Ooh, that one had a little hard time coming out. Interesting. Nine of Wands. High Priestess. All right, so there is a situation here. Now, I do think it's maybe has already started. Maybe it's a passionate new relationship. Maybe it's a new work opportunity. Whatever it is, it has a lot of chemistry. There's a lot of forward movement. There's a lot of enthusiasm, excitement, stepping into the unknown. I do feel like there are indications that this could be successful. There are indications that it can be successful. But the Page of Pentacles is not the Ace of Pentacles. It's not even the Knight of Pentacles. It's the Page. So it's something that is in the very beginning of showing itself in real life. The Knight of Wands is really good at coming forward very passionately. The Knight of Wands is someone, when you're in the Knight of Wands energy. Now remember, Libra, we can't do without the Knight of Wands energy. If we would not have a Knight of Wands, we would have no new construction. We would have no new, no new companies. We would have no new roads. I mean, there is something that the Knight of Wands does that is very vital for our own expansion as humanity. The Knight of Wands can really step into new experiences, can take something, an idea, and make it into something. There is a lack of fear that the Knight of Wands has, and optimism, a rescuing energy, a stepping forward, and we can do this. It's the word do. They do things, right? They step into action. Whether this is love or work or whatever it is, this Knight of Wands energy is stepping into action. But sometimes the Knight of Wands doesn't. Sometimes the Knight of Wands prefers to take action rather than thinking, right? Where Libra, you might spend some time creating lists or creating some strategies, creating a project plan or a business plan. The Knight of Wands is much more comfortable in just taking action and figuring it out as it goes, right? They're more spontaneous energy. So the fact that we only have the Page of Pentacles here, I think for Libra, could be a little bit worrying, because here's the Nine of Swords. Now this Knight of Wands could also be worried too. It's not like the Knight of Wands doesn't have worry. The Knight of Wands freaking has a worry. Like the Knight of Wands has a worry. This person has concern, but this person is able to take action, and that action helps to minimize that worry and to minimize that concern. For the Knight of Wands, if something is moving forward, they can really overcome this Nine of Swords. For you, Libra, it might not be that easy. I do have this forward movement now with the Chariot. So something is moving forward. Something is getting going. I do feel like it has made some progress here with the Chariot energy. Now, the Nine of Wands is here. So, the Nine of Wands is here. So there has been something here that has probably propelled this person forward, right? This is somebody that has a lot of passion for you or for a situation, and is not wanting to hold back just because they've had some trauma or just because they've had some pain in the past. In fact, that might be really kind of invigorating them to move forward. So this is someone that has a story. This is someone that has depth of character. This is someone that might not be being very open with you, because we do have the High Priestess energy here. Remember, just because it's a knight doesn't mean that it has to be a male. It can be a female as well. This person might be keeping within them how they feel within their heart center. They could have belief systems that they're keeping to themselves. They could have ways of thinking that they're kind of keeping to themselves. You could be seeing this person going into action and moving forward towards you with something, or an opportunity kind of manifesting itself around you in your environment. And you might see that there's a lot of excitement and a lot of things happening, and you might be being pulled into this situation, but you might not really see the depth of this situation or the depth of how this person feels. So I think that there is going to be a continual progression in understanding the situation as you move forward. What does this Knight of Wands energy have to say? What does this Knight of Wands energy have to say? What does this Knight of Wands energy have to say? Page of Swords. See, now this could be you, Libra, moving forward in this way. Queen of Wands. Here is Aries, Leo, Sag. Four of Pentacles. Strength card kind of flipped over as well. This Knight of Wands energy, whether you're taking this energy on in this very overcoming your fear kind of a situation, or whether there's a person that's coming towards you with a lot of passion and empowerment coming towards you, this energy, whether this is you or another person, this is what this energy has to say. That's the question that I asked. I think this person is learning. They're learning, they're watching, they're observing. They could be watching you. They could be watching how you're doing it, or watching what you're doing, trying to figure out how you're thinking or how you're feeling. They could be bringing messages forward of asking for you to help them with something. With the Page of Swords, it's a learning type energy. They might be needing your help with something and communicating to you about that. I think this person sees you, Libra, as someone who is really quite inspiring, very encouraging. They see you as being very beautiful, being very attractive. So whether they are interested in you romantically or not, you have this appeal to you right now, Libra. You're very appealing as a person, because the Queen of Wands knows her value. She knows who she is. She accepts all of herself, whether she is of a mainstream type of a version, or if she is an alternate version, right? If she is an iPhone or an Android, let's just say it like that. It doesn't freaking matter, right? Because she accepts who she is, and she loves who she is, and she steps forward in a very powerful way in her world. And that is attractive. Right? That is very attractive, no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, no matter what kind of a software system you're built from. You are attractive when you know who you are and when you step forward in that powerful energy. So this person is very attracted to you. I think this person is wanting to hold on to you, save this situation with you, create stability with you. There is an energy here of stability, and wanting that stability, wanting to hang on to that stability, knowing the value of that, of whatever it is that you're bringing to the table. The Judgment here is here in reverse. So there's something here that is really coming to an end. There is a energy here that is maybe feeling like this situation was supposed to be over, but it's not, perhaps, with the Judgment energy in reverse. Let's go ahead and clarify this. Judgment energy in reverse. Judgment energy in reverse. There could be a situation where, for them, where there's something that's just kind of fallen away from them. You could be wanting to change something in your life. You could be wanting to walk away from them. You could be wanting to start your own business. You could be wanting to become single. You could be wanting to move. Whatever you're wanting to do, I think this person is feeling some sort of instability from it, and is wanting to work with you to create a different version of this, a different situation, a different version, a different outcome. They don't like what's going on. They want to create a different outcome. They want to improve the situation. They might feel like they're on the losing end as well. They might feel like they're on the losing end. Make sure these cards are in the upright. Let's look at the King of Swords. Let's look at what you have to say. What does the King of Swords have to say? What does the King of Swords have to say? Ooh, they're just popping out. Page of Cups, Three of Pentacles. It looks like you have something new here, something that you're really inspired by. Maybe some new work with the Three of Pentacles, whether it's a new relationship, a new job, a new way of thinking about life. I think that you're feeling fresh and new. You're feeling inspired again. You're feeling alive again. You're feeling in love with your life. You're feeling in love with someone. You could be very much an energy of love. And you have this Three of Pentacles here. So this could be something that you're doing for work. This is something that's already been created. It's something that maybe you've been working hard to build, or it might be a new team that you're stepping forward in, or maybe you're having a friendship with someone and that friendship is building into something more. But it's something that you feel has a lot of potential for real abundance, potential for real long-term success, potential for a real long-term relationship. And I think that you have experienced this in some way, whether it's very slightly or whether it is something that you have really kind of committed to at this point. If you look at this card with the Three of Pentacles, I imagine with the Three of Pentacles that this is a big building. This building probably has a lot of arches that need to be painted, has a lot of places for these beautiful murals to go, to be designed and applied and created. And I would imagine this person has probably finished the first one. And now this person knows what kind of paint to use, what kind of brushes to use, how the sun will hit the painting just right, and how the arches here shadow the painting, and how to really, and I'm not an artist, but I can just imagine like what is learned from just doing the first one. So that tells me that you have some sort of a tangible foot in the door here. Your foot is in the door here with the Three of Pentacles. Now, I think that this is something that's really brings you into a beautiful, new, blissful energy. You feel so happy. You feel so fulfilled. You feel like this is really your cup of tea. Whatever this is really your cup of tea. And it looks like you have 10 cups here. So you've got a lot of tea going on. Whatever this means. So there's a lot of happiness here, a lot of bliss, a lot of togetherness. This is a dream come true for you. And I think you are feeling that. And when you have felt this, Libra, I mean, honestly, whatever this is for you, whether it's this relationship or this situation or another situation that's coming in for you, I don't think there's no denying this. There's no denying this. And I think that, this is what you're saying. This is what you're saying. However you're saying it and whatever the situation is, this is what you're saying. I'm feeling alive again. I'm feeling refreshed. I'm feeling in love. I feel inspired. My heart is happy. This is something I feel that has long-term potential, long-term success, long-term stability for me. And it brings me to such a joyful place in my life. That's what you're saying. Let me see if there's anything else that I want to dig deeper in here before I move to the extended. Five of Cups, Knight of Swords. Let's look at the Hermit really quick. Let's look at the Hermit. Tell us more about this Hermit energy. Tell us more about this Hermit energy. Something that you've decided you're going to do after a long period of reflection or going through a deep experience that caused changes within you. Something that you're going to be doing now that's different. You have stability. I mean, you know now what's bringing you this safety net for yourself. You know now what you need to be strong and take action in your life. You're knowing what's going to bring you this feeling of having comfort in your life and having a safety net, a safety blanket, that warm and cozy energy. You know what that is for you. And then we have the Ace of Wands. I think you're willing to take action and step into that in a new way. This is the Hermit energy. So these are the energies that these are your thoughts here that you've learned and that you're wanting to do now as you move forward. Because remember, the Hermit changes. There is the Justice energy. There you are. Equality. Making sure it's equal for you. Making sure it's right for you. Making sure it's right for other people as well. I mean, you're not satisfied if something is all going to you and nothing to anyone else. So you're looking for win-win situations. You're looking for abundant situations for everyone. You're moving forward in a passionate way, taking new action in your life, and you're really working to create this safety net for yourself that is truly right for you. It feels right. So you've really learned now. Your tower has probably come crashing down here, and you're really working to build it up in the correct way for yourself now. Okay, my friends, I am going to move to the extended. In the extended reading, we will look at intentions. We will take this out a few more weeks to see how it looks towards the end of April and maybe moving into the beginning of May. And we will look at intentions. What does this Knight of Wands intend to do? There's a difference between how this person feels and how this person and what this person says, but what does this opportunity, what does this energy intend to do? We will dig into that because those are different energies. So we'll dig into that and we'll take the situation a little bit out into the future to see how you feel when you get there, see how the Knight of Wands energy feels when you get there. We'll just kind of dig into it deeper and bring some more ideas for you and some more structure for you so that you can plan as you move forward. All right. Thank you very much, Libra. It is always a pleasure to read for you. I hope this was helpful for you. I'll be back in another 7 days or so with another update for the energy of Libra. And for those of you that are wanting to move forward into the extended, the link for that will be in the comment section, and it will also be in the information section below the video. All right. Thank you very much, my friends.